chopping it up with the chairman. Yeah.
Welcome to another edition of Chopping It Up with the Chairman. I'm Al Williams, here with the chairman, Kobe Millender.
Yes, sir.
We have some special guests in the building because we got something great to talk about. We got Brandon Lafayette and we got Sean Brown. Today's topic, the apprenticeship program. I'm excited. I had a little bit of experience with that, but I think it's going to be great for the membership to get the information about the apprenticeship program. I heard a lot of chatter about why I gotta wait, the list here, all of this. Today, y'all got the questions, we got the answers. So let's get to it, man. I want to talk about the backstory. Let's talk about the origin, the history of the apprenticeship program. Let the membership know about the apprenticeship program, the history of it.
We got the answers. So in 2013, when I became chairman, there were members who said, "Hey, Kobe, why are we hiring pipe fitters off the floor? Why are we hiring millwrights off the street?" So we were hiring pipe fitters, millwrights, electricians, because the plant has to run. We need tradesmen to keep our equipment running. And at the time, I just became chairman. I didn't know, why are we? Come to find out, we had no apprenticeship program. So the way I affiliate apprenticeship program is, I know there may be a lot of baseball fans, but there's a thing in baseball that's called a farm club, where they draft you straight out of college and put you in a farm system, and then when you're ready, they bring you up to the big leagues. So just like Ford, we had no homegrown talent to pull off the floor and make pipe fitters and millwrights. So Ford had to hire off the floor. Right. So that's what I found out. So hence, come to find out why we haven't had an apprenticeship program. I know back in the day it was a lawsuit, but that was a long time ago. But why we don't have one? Right. So I called Vice President Jimmy Settles at the time and said, "What's going on with this?" He said, "Your chairman has to request it for the people to be tested." I said, "That's it." So I went up, met with Jimmy, we met with the company, requested this and that. The company came back and said, "Okay, but we're not gonna test everybody in Chicago." "What do you mean not gonna test everybody?" "Well, we're gonna have to test so many people, so many years seniority. We're gonna do it this way, do it that way." So hence the fight. Everything with Ford Motor Company is always a fight, y'all. Always. So I get back with my mentor, Vice President Jimmy Settles. We go up, we fight this and that, Come to find out, we win the battle. So now everybody, when we was back in the day, got to be able to be tested. And I mean everybody. I mean people with TFTers. I mean people with 1 year seniority. I mean people with 2 year seniority. Which, before I forget, the apprenticeship program, I know people say I've done this and done that, but the apprenticeship program is one of the biggest things I've ever done to me. Because you got low seniority people that have hope.
Yeah.
They got that opportunity. Well, if I want to go back to school, I can get off that line.
Right.
You ain't got to wait 20, 30 years to get off that line.
Right.
That is huge to me, and that's something that's big to me.
You talk about fight, and I want to bring in one of our guests because I think he has some experience with dealing with the numbers and the fight. You was a joint apprenticeship coordinator. Can you talk about some of the things that you've seen as far as numbers are concerned dealing with the apprenticeship program?
Yeah, like after the test, I think we tested the whole building. We only needed 17 people. But the chairman, he made sure that everybody, the whole building, didn't matter who, if you wanted to be tested, you could be tested. But after that, we had to have a certain amount of number of tradesmen. And they only wanted to give us 23. And the chairman said he wanted 63.
That's a big jump. That's a big number.
That's 40.
23 to 63?
Yeah.
That's 40 extra if my number is correct.
40 extra.
40 extra.
Okay. So they came back and they said, I think it was something like, we'll give you 10 more.
Right.
And he said, no, better. And he kept fighting, kept fighting until we got our 63. Wow. And that was huge and that was big because they kept trying to resist them and they had offer him this, right? Tell him again, right? Do better. And his better was at 63.
He stuck to his guns.
Right, he stuck with his guns and he stuck with the numbers. And I don't think a lot of people know what he was doing behind the scenes.
Right.
Because a lot of people will still,
right,
the ones that's even in the program now,
right, will
still be on the line if he didn't do what he did. And that was a huge fight against the company. And they was like, no, well, what we'll do, we're going to give you this. What they did is kind of like they furloughed. They was like, we're going to give you this 40
right,
for your next couple of years.
Right.
And that was something that the chairman, I think he has like the same mind as like a lot of people remember how Alan Mullally, how he pawned the Ford logo. Kobe did the same. The chairman did the same. I mean, well, he took that and he said, okay, we'll do that 40. We got our 63,
Right.
but they tried to discount us in the future.
Right.
But with
Right.
the retirements,
Right.
we still added on.
Still.
And that's what Brandon is doing now with the addition.
Right.
He's getting that added on. So we didn't lose anything.
Right.
We just actually, we gained the 40.
Right.
Because he fought like that.
So I want to say this too, when it comes to a fight, everything about Ford Motor Company is documentation. I've been saying that for years. So we changed directors, which is the plant managers board directors at Ford. So I had this one director that came in, I was telling him about it, and he actually put it in writing that I was entitled to the 63. So when I changed directors, they was fighting, I'm not giving you this and that.
Right.
I went to that safe and pulled out that documentation on him. I was promised this. It's
Right.
in writing.
In writing.
That's how I got him.
So you fought and you got it. You talked about some numbers. I want to bring Brandon in and talk about the numbers for 2025. Big announcement, man.
Big announcement,
Tell
big
the
announcement.
people the big announcement.
So we were able, the company only wanted to give us 9 people.
Yes.
They only wanted to give us 9. But the chairman was able to negotiate double, 18 people. That's huge because when you look at it, it accumulates over the years, year after year after year. We fight and fight and fight, and the chairman is here making sure that we get the numbers that we need to run. So with those 18 people, I can tell a little bit of a story here. You know, I was talking with management, and I said, hey, Kobe, I said, they only want to give us 9.
Right.
They only want to give us 9, and I called them. I said, that's, you know, I don't know what else to do,
Right.
you know, and that's all I did was call with the problem. That was it.
And then the problem got
And
solved.
then the problem got solved. As soon as he came back, it was probably about a week or so later, he came back, he said, hey, B, it's fixed. And sure enough, it was 18 people.
But what I did, I just went off what he told me. He said they forecasted 9. I said, you think we need more? What do we need?
Right.
He said, I think we need more. I got it, B. So I
Wow.
told him.
Wow. 23, 63, 9 to 18. He's not settling. He's not settling. What's needed is going to get done. Let's talk about the fact that you only need 90 days of temporary service to get in the program. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. So, it was back in, I believe, 2017, when the new contract was being negotiated, or 2019 rather. And the new contract was being negotiated. And now we have the IRCP program where it's 3 classes, and all you have to have is 90 days as a temporary employee. That's huge.
That's huge.
That's a
Yeah.
humongous thing.
Yeah.
Before, you had to meet a certain seniority
Right.
level.
Right.
There was a test.
Right.
But now it's available to so many people
Right.
across the whole entire planet. It's available to almost everybody. Just 90 days.
That's nothing. That's a
90 days.
probation period.
Yeah, that's it. Just to qualify, and they pay for the classes.
Right.
The company pays for the classes. You go through the classes, you complete them successfully,
Yes.
and then you get your transcripts, you fill out a form, and then you get put on the wait list.
And what's crazy, what he just said
Mhm.
is what I did before they put it in the contract.
Mm.
If you hear what he just said,
Yeah.
when I got everybody tested,
Right.
TFTs, this and that, that's exactly what I did before it got in the contract.
Stuff has been getting done. Once again, tell the people why they should join the program. You already touched on it on the beginning, but we want to press on it. We want to encourage people to get into it. All of this stuff is being done.
Yes.
We want to make sure. Could you, Sean, get back to you. Could you tell the people why they should get involved, in your opinion?
Well, my opinion is a different lifestyle. I'm an electrician by trade. I've been in the program since 2002. That's when they was building the Dearborn truck plant. And I haven't made, just different lifestyle. I haven't made under $100,000 since then.
Talk
I
that
mean,
talk.
so it's a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
And like I said, you could take this your trade,
Yes.
and go anywhere.
Anywhere.
I mean,
Anywhere.
I got 3 more years and I retire and I can go wherever I want to go. So you change your life.
Yes. You can't beat that. And once again, this is homegrown. This is homegrown from the plant. They don't have to hire off the street. If y'all get involved,
Right.
they can take it from in-house.
Right.
He's putting in the work to make things happen. So listen, this is the apprenticeship program that y'all should get involved in if y'all interested. Take the trade anywhere. We are I want to thank the guests, Brandon, Sean, for coming in.
My pleasure.
Want to say one more?
Yes,
That
yes.
you always say.
Yes.
Take the time to let us know some subjects y'all
Yes.
want to talk about. We want to talk about some stuff that might be controversial, this and that, but I think we're gonna talk about a little politics coming up, y'all.
Yes.
That's
yes.
that's a subject too, politics.
But this is just another topic we wanted to bring to y'all, but we're going to be bringing more topics. Once again, put it in the comments. Like, subscribe, share the page, share the information, and we'll see y'all next time on Chopping It Up with the Chairman.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.